Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Unmask. I hope you guys are good and I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves. I'm Swabato and I'm the host of this podcast. So, today I thought I should just do a video, well, another video, because the one I recorded yesterday was perfect until I lost my audio and some of the visuals. So, anyway, I still have notes, but it's not really that necessary. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about what Unmask is and why I started this podcast. And usually, what I say is that Unmask is about turning inwards, which is essentially removing all of the layers of who you had to be or who you used to be to uncover your true self, which I believe is it's that thing that makes you feel like, okay, I need to make a change because you feel like you're not that, and kind of like a calling to remove everything that is not that, which I think is unmasking. I feel like another way to put it is that it's removing all of the layers of who you were that no longer serve you. So it's the things that they got you to where you are right now, but they're not needed for where you're going. And yeah, so it's just a process of removing that, and it's very simple, but it's not easy. Yeah, it's really not easy. It's like, I think usually when people think of letting go, it's always like of people and things and whatever, but then there are parts of yourself that you have to let go of, and you may not even be ready to let go of those parts because you actually love them, but they're holding you back. And I think the process of letting go is what actually reveals to you that it was the right thing to do. So I wanted to start unmasking because I just made the decision that I want to live more intentionally and be more authentic. And I think it's not that I wasn't authentic before. I'm just realizing that there were a lot of situations where I just felt like I shouldn't be here, but I was just there because of circumstances and stuff. But now, I think it's also okay to remove yourself from places where you don't belong, So I think it's more of me putting myself in spaces where I do belong. And this is not just externally, but internally, I think the belonging is felt within. And that's basically if there's anything that I'm seeking, it's that sense of belonging and belonging within myself, And I think sometimes when you do things that are not aligned with yourself, that's when you feel that you know, I don't know the words, but I hope you guys know when you're catching my drift. Yeah, so when I started unmasking, there were a lot of things that I felt like I didn't like about my life. I get that there's certain things that are out of my control, but then there were just certain things that were in my control, but they weren't I don't know, it's just I wasn't making good decisions. Or rather, I feel like I wasn't putting in as much effort as I could. So me creating this YouTube channel is me putting in the extra effort to get my podcast out there, and putting myself further out of my comfort zone, which is essentially what I said I would do. And when I started my podcast, it was meant to be a personal journal for me to look back and reflect on my journey so far, look back on how far I've come, what I've learned, what I am learning, things that I've improved on, and so forth, And I think the best part of doing it publicly is that it presented an opportunity for me to create a community where I can engage and connect with people who are on a similar or the same journey. And I guess that also allows us to learn from each other, and as well as learn together, because I'm not an expert. I'm sharing my experiences, and as I'm actually going through them, I'm sharing tools that are helping me. But I'm also aware that there are other people who have things to share that could be beneficial to not just me, but other people as well. So I think having it on a public platform is beautiful because of that. Yeah, I'm trying to think, did I write anything here? I don't know, like I guess I'm hoping that this opens me up to myself in a beautiful way. Like I get to learn so much about myself because it is something that is completely different from the things that I would do. But how the saying is, like, your new life is going to cost you your old life. And I guess part of your old life is like letting go of the things that you do and you don't do. Like there's certain things where like I don't do that. And I'm not saying like let go of your morals or whatever, but I'm just saying that open yourself up to experiences that can help you grow, experiences that can teach you something, experiences that can connect you with the right people, because if you stay stuck in your old ways, then you're going to keep getting the same results. So yeah, I just realized for myself I should try something different and see what I get from that. And to be honest, there was the risk of nobody listening to my podcast, and then at the same time that's not even a bad thing because I can just post and listen back still. No one's really listening, no one's gonna judge me. But then yeah, it's not really about the other people, it was just about me pushing myself. I think it's also just shown me that we shouldn't go into things with this negative mindset, like people are gonna do this, everyone's gonna hate me. Like that's so weird, so I'm really happy that I actually took this leap. And if you're also still listening, thank you so much for spending this time with me. You could have been doing anything else, but you're here, and I do appreciate that. And I look forward to seeing how this goes, like moving forward, where this goes, and how we all grow together. Like I think there's so many possibilities, and that is in itself a blessing, and I'm so grateful. But yeah. So I have this book, tiny little book, and it's called A Pocket Full of Inspiration, and it has like all of these stories. And then I don't have time to read a whole story, but then there's this short little thing. Yes, it says, it's in chapter 8, it says, pick the bone that best describes you. And I guess you guys can pick the bone that best describes you. And it says, people who say it cannot be done should not interrupt those who are doing it. So don't let people who are like just being naysayers or whatever, like people who are being negative, don't let them stop you from doing what it is that you want to do. Yeah, that's all I have to say on that. So there's 4 bones. It's the wishbone, the jawbone, the knuckle bone, and the backbone. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I want you guys to tell me which bone you are, and then tune into the next episode where I will reveal what each bone stands for, and then you can see like if you're happy with the bone that you are, or you want to change to become a different kind of bone. Personally, I think I know which bone I am. I'm not going to share it because I don't want to create some sort of bias, since I know what this book says. If you've seen this book, don't ruin it for everyone else. Just say which bone you are, and yeah, we'll connect again in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, for listening, and if you enjoyed this, please do give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone that you think will get some sort of value from this. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. Thank you so much for being here, guys, and I will talk to you soon in my next episode. I just want to eat my scone now, so bye.